Okay, I forget what time it was when I did the other video. Um, I think it was like, I don't even remember anymore. But right now it's about 11 o'clock, 8 minutes to 11 o'clock. So what I did do is I finished my project for today. I wasn't bothered by anybody because Kathy, Chrissy, Tori, and Chrissy's 5 kids are camping. My grandkids and my kids and my wife. So I finished this up. You can see a little bit of a hump, a rise here, but I need to put more stones here. Another thing I'd like to do is put wood shavings, or what do you want to call that stuff, all around the outside of this pool, about a foot out. That way I don't have to deal with mowing so close to this fence. So I am going to get more stone, more gravel. I'm thinking about pea gravel because I kind of like the small stuff because it really works its way into the ground nicely. But that whole thing is buried from the filter along the side of the fence and then out here into the low area. So it's done. Can you see me sweating? Can you see me sweating? Kind of reminds me of pictures of Leon Supreme. He is really working out hard, jogging a minimum of 2 miles a day, I believe. He lost a ton of weight, 23 or something like that pounds. Diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, which I've been diagnosed as having for the last, I want to say, about 3 years. Yep, I'm on metformin like he is. Of course, he's just a young chap. Hey, he's just a young chap. I'm an old man. So I also have, I also take pills for blood pressure, high blood pressure, and cholesterol. Xanax? No, I'm kidding. Or Zantac or something. I don't know what you call that stuff. For I forget what you call it. Anxious. So I usually use that when I'm doing something really frightening, like sitting in an airplane. Earlier this morning, as I was uploading some videos, there was a YouTube video of a submarine. It's a nuclear submarine, and it had to be spending some time underneath the Arctic ice shelf. I forget how many feet it is, but it's really, really thick stuff. But it was a submarine, and this one guy, a YouTuber, was allowed to board it and ask any questions he wants, say anything he wants. So there was really not a lot of restrictions, and it was pretty cool. But anyway, he had to go through a tube about the size of my shoulders, maybe a little bit wider, and go down, like, I believe 3 flights of stories. And I'm watching that, I'm thinking, oh, you gotta be kidding. Plus there was an extension, protrusion above the submarine, maybe, I'm gonna say about 30 feet, I don't know. But so you had to climb all the way through that protrusion and then into the main body of the submarine. So right away I'm getting, hope I don't have a dream of this. Or if I do have a dream, I hope I don't remember it. So I completed that job. Oh, diabetes. So I take that, like I said, metformin once a day. I think the cholesterol 2 times a day. I believe that's what those pills are, the big, giant, ugly ones. And I also take a glucosamine chondroitin, excuse me, for my joints. So I know this is kind of off topic. I was talking about the finishing of the pool to diabetes. What made me think of it was me sweating, and then Leon's got pictures of him sweating, Facebook, after a run or something. But Sounds like he's getting his diabetes routine in order. He checks his blood sugar every so often when he's supposed to. Over the 3 years I've used mine, never. Jim Harlot also has got the same thing I have, and he regularly checks his and then regulates his food intake. Now, I'm telling you, I feel really good with that metformin. It seems to, you know, before I was diagnosed, I would feel really, really, really dizzy and shaky. And it was almost like I knew something was missing, so, and I think it was sugar. So I'd go in the house right away, and Kathy would make me a large tumbler of Nestle's Quick. Heard of it? Stir it up. Oh, so good. But instantly my, you know, the symptoms went away. My shaking went away. And I really haven't had that feeling. Now, over the last 3 years, I probably haven't had that feeling more than 2 times a year. So I feel pretty fortunate about that. So, but I still, like I said, I still take my pills, and I used to drink pop all the time, guys. All the time. I mean, Coke and Pepsi. All the time. And other pops too, like not Mountain Dew, but Sprite. Any sugar-filled pops, right? All day long, every day. Tons of Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola. And I totally eliminated that from my, when I say totally, I totally eliminated the regular drinking of that in the past 3 years. And now when I have a Coke or a Pepsi, I know people used to always talk to me, you know, tell me, oh, it tastes so syrupy. I says, no, it doesn't. It does. Right now, after you don't drink it for years, except at fast food restaurants, you know, you mix your own, and you know, there's just a lot of ice in them. But when I get a bottle or can, I sip that, it is syrupy. So how weird is that? I remember a guy by the name of, oh man, tip of my tongue, Tim. And he's a rock singer, and I'll think of his name. But he would run everywhere on a stage, jump up on the amplifiers, jump back down, run, you know, very dangerous. And what he would do before the show, the night before, he would take Coke and sprinkle it over the whole stage. I'm serious, which made it extremely sticky. He sang the song, I can't, you know, the words are a little funky. What is his name? Had his hair spiked. Now he's probably 70 years old. Rod Stewart was his name, or is his name, Rod Stewart. Yeah. Also, an honorable mention was, there was a guy, a Grand Rapids singer, entertainer. His name was the Great Nathan. Shoot, I forget his first name. His last name was Nathan. But look him up. The Great Nathan. I can't think of his first name, but just type in The Great Nathan Show. Apparently he died at age 54. I got a note from James Klimek, and I guess the news went out a 3 days ago. And it kind of went under the radar from everybody else. And so The Great Nathan. I'll post a song of his collection. What else is going on? It's beautiful out. I mean, I'm in the shade, and of course, the only place that had sun on, this strip right here, the only place in the pool area, the only place that I had to work had sun. Not not complaining, as the great Kevin Hogue would say, not complaining, just explaining as to why I'm getting sweaty. And now I'm almost totally dry. I can start putting my tools away. I'm gonna let that water run for another 2 hours, I'm thinking. I mean, they let the water down so far from backwash and splashing and what have you. All right, just a short video, 10 minutes. I think I see some movement in the, where is that wind right here in the trees? Oh no, it's the horses. What they're doing is they're rubbing up against the bushes, just shaking up the trees. Trying to get the bot flies. You guys got to look up bot fly, a B-O-T-F-L-Y, a bot fly. And they're horrendous little flies. And what they'll do is they'll hover perfectly still and then land on a horse's leg. Anywhere where the horse can lick. So they'll land on the legs and then lay their eggs on his legs. And then what the horse will do is they'll lick the eggs off, swallow them. They'll go in, they'll hatch, and then the bot fly larvae is like a, I hear a motorcycle. It's like a gnat or something, you know, pretty big larvae. And they'll get close to the surface of the skin and poke its head out, breathe and eat whatever is in the, you know, coming out of the blood, or it carries in the blood. And they have hooks, like Velcro hooks on their butt end, all along their body, all hooks, so that if you try to pull it, you can't pull it out. They just don't pop out. You can pop them out, but it'll hurt like crap. And they get about, you know, they get about this big around, those things. Kathy popped one out of a cow one time. I think the cow's name was Bossy. Popped it out and that cow went moo. Kathy said, what? She says, moo. But we ate them. I think I had part of Bossy. I think the horse's name was cow's name was Bossy. It was a part Angus, so a half Angus cow, and it was accidentally bred. They had a bull in the field, must have got out, or she got in, got bred by a bigger bull, so Bossy was just a little dinky cow, and it was so big that they had to pull the calf out, and that was done by oh shoot, Turlan. The Turlan boys came by, and from what I guess, they tied a rope around their back and then pushed against the cow, pulling the cow out, but the calf was, you know, half out. I don't remember. I think the calf died because it's just way too big, and then the cow, Bossy, could never get pregnant again. I don't think there was ever the intention to get her pregnant, but she lost that ability to get pregnant. Weird stories. Hey, these are stories. This is for me, so I can play them back. When I can't enjoy the outdoors, I can watch these shows. So back off. I'm retired. I can do what I want. So, all right, guys. Again, I'm enjoying the beautiful day. We have a slight breeze, not much, and it's getting up there right now in temperature. Started out at like 61 degrees, and right now it is 72. See that? 72 degrees. Today in 70 graden, and I don't know how to say degrees, or no, Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit, Fahrenheit, I don't know, in Dutch. So 72 graden Fahrenheit. I got to make another trip to the Netherlands. It's been, just watch the maple leaf just fall in the pool. It's been 2 years. Well, it'll be 2 years in January. I was in the Netherlands in January, right after the first year. Me, Kathy, and Tori went. Not this past January, but the January before that. So it was a year and a half ago that was the last time I was in Netherlands, and didn't really care for it because the hotels were horrible. We had one decent hotel, and I forget what town that was in, but it was horrible. Stayed in a prison for 2 or 3 days, and stayed in a real castle for 2 and 3 days, and it was a real castle. I like to check out a real castle, but who wants to stay there? Not this cat. All right, see you guys. This video's getting too long. Bye.